We are situated about 8 miles west of New York City at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. A few moments ago, the crowd here was on their feet as their beloved Jets made their way out of the tunnel. They're ready to go. We're ready to go, and it should be a good one as those New York Jets get set to face off with that other team here in the metropolitan area, the New York Giants. The shadows starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Down. 15 line. 15 line.
Jones now on 1st and 10. And incomplete to open things up.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Jones to throw again. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, it was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Now it appears we're going to get whistles and a stop. A man down on the return. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Double tight, guys, double tight. Far down, stand up in. I got 80 steps, like I said.
Now Darnold. He's going to find his tight end. That's Chris Herndon. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down. And by the end of last year, Herndon had solidified himself as the primary tight end for New York. And overall, 2nd leading receiver in 2018 on the team behind Robbie Anderson. In fact, his 39 catches, most among rookie tight ends in the league a season ago. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The sack coming from big Dalvin Tomlinson. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
Darnold's throw caught here by Enunwa. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
Check 47, check line 47. Rapid. Hey, 80.
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. And Robinson with a big catch. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball in the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 down at the 31.
Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Lady. Come on, boy. 47. Check, check. 47.
They'll run here with a former Steeler. This is Le'Veon Bell. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Anunua's got it, complete. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves them with 3rd and 1. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it. They love it because now everyone gets locked.
And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Chris Herndon, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The other New York offense getting ready for their next drive.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Check back, check back.
Now Saquon Barkley. Now Barkley stripped of the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Here we go. Set. 10 Lobo.
What's the ball?
Right.
Check mark 46. Check mark 46. Coming. Coming. Check 4. Check 4.
80 weapons.
Watch out, agreement.
On 3rd down, Barkley. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Well, they were just hoping that run would pick up the first. They got the whole enchilada.
And I'm so used to teams on 3rd down, doesn't matter how far they need for a first down, throwing the ball. Instead, they run it, and as you said, picked up the first down, and then some, and then some. In fact, everything, all the way for a touchdown. Terrific play.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Jets offense ready to go in this Battle of New York. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
2nd and 3 at the 26-yard line.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
They'll run it with Bell.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Bell, of course, 3-time 1,000-yard rusher. Sat out 2018, but you look back to 2017, a tick under 1,300 yards and almost 700 more receiving. On first down, Darnold. Got an open man. It's a noon one. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a first down. Darnold going to lead the offense up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. Now it's Darnold. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen, because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and this is what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now a draw play. This is Bell. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Here's Darnold. Looking for the end zone. And it's incomplete, almost intercepted. He had a great shot at picking that off in the end zone. It brings up 4th down. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive, capture the field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
Following the field goal on his Locke Edwards to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The other New York offense getting ready for their next drive.
And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A first carry for the Clemson man, Wayne Gallman. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Okay, just like that, just like that.
Now Jones. Finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 37.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Gallman will run it. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Ready? 60 outlaw. You.
Jones fakes the give to Barkley. And his throw's going to be incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Sterling Shepard, and it's 3rd down.
Pretty nice coverage there, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, hands, a little bit questionable.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Yeah.
Motion out of the backfield.
Hey, Alpha.
41.
Get it.
Operating from the gun, Jones. It's caught, Shepard. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. 23 yards on the play. A lot of people thinking that this could be a good year for Sterling Shepard to step out of the shadows of Odell Beckham Jr. But a season ago, pretty good for Sterling Shepard. 66 receptions, 872 yards, and now hoping for a 1,000-yard campaign in 2019.
Hey, Delta.
Check Mike 57. Mike 57. Here we go. 57's Mike 57. Let's go.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And it's caught. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Evan Ingram, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Giants are going to jump back in front. Rosas good with the extra point. And the lead is now 14-10. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Jets offense ready to go in this Battle of New York. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
Mike 47. Got you. I got you, son.
Darnold on 3rd down. Throw left side complete. It's Bell. A pickup of 5 that time and a 1st down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Darnold now nearly perfect. 9 of 10 in this first half. It's 1st and 10. Here's a run on 1st down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard. 2nd and 11. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 36-yard line.
on 2nd and 11 now. Darnold looking middle, and it's incomplete. He was trying to find his tight end, Chris Herndon, and it's 3rd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. The veteran safety, Antoine Bethea, there on the defensive coverage.
Nice play there to force the incompletion, and to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
And getting our first update now from Nashville. And it's the Titans who are off to the early lead in that ball game. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. The other New York offense getting ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got to the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. So it can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
Go!
41 Mike, right here, 41 Mike. Twist.
Throwing Jones. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Jets offense ready to go in this Battle of New York. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Back to throw, Darnold. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. This is the correct call.
Darnold. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Let's go, baby. Turn over. Get that ball.
Here's Darnold. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. He was looking for a Nunwa there. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. If that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Off play action. Jones looking for Shepard deep. And this is taken in at the 5. A big play there for the Giants. 43 yards. Charles, you talk so much about quick change plays. There's one right there. You get the turnover and boom, hit them with a big one.
And defenses plan for this all the time. They work on it in practice. But in the middle of a game, when that quick change takes place, oftentimes guys aren't as focused as they need to be.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a second and goal.
18 Gator.
Silver. 46.
Second and 4. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Sterling Shepard, his first touchdown on the year. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Jets offense ready to go in this battle in New York. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Here's second and 7 now from the 28. A final shot before the break. Darnold airing one out for Crowder. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So we've reached halftime with a visiting Giants, I guess you could say, on top of the Jets in this New York rivalry. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The Jets offense ready to go in this battle in New York. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Here's Jones. Throwing to start the drive. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant first down.
First down.
The beauty of route running is it doesn't matter what position, everyone's doing the same thing. In this case, tight end, selling the vertical route. Get the defensive back on his heels, break off for the corner. With good timing, you get a completion, as we just saw there.
Back to throw. Jones eluding the pressure right. Caught. Safarian Jenkins, right side. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Austin Safarian Jenkins, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. PAT up and good by Rosas. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Jets offense ready to go in this battle of New York. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
They'll give this to Bell running right. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Well, it hasn't been a whole lot of fun for Le'Veon Bell in this ball game, trying to find room to run the ball. I'm sure they're going to have to change some things up because he's so versatile. They've got to get the ball in his hands somehow and create some space because they're losing this game.
Well, defensively, you've got to key in on Bell, make him the focal point to stop him, and they've been able to do that.
And he has gotten better every year he's been in the league, always adding something to his game, one of the premier runners in the NFL.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
47, Mike, 47. Rip right. The lady. 47 to Mike.
On 1st down, it's Darnold. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Sheldon Richardson make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. To throw is Darnold. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long.
And this is caught inside the 5. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well.
And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Demarcus Robinson, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Jets are able to cut into this deficit. The touchdown all set up by the big play 1 snap before, but they finish it off here with a shorter completion, this time for the score.
I like how they stuck with what got them there, right? The big pass play, got the momentum going, right? That's you create it with a play like that, and you come right back with another pass play to finalize things off.
And they'll be set up with good field position here as he gets this up over the 40-yard line.
Now, that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
The other New York offense getting ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now a dump off here complete. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
To throw again on second down. Jones looking for Shepard deep. This is caught inside the 15. It's a big-time play there for the G-men. 43 yards.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. Been an easy day for them.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And the offense is able to pounce on it inside the 5-yard line. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
From the 2 now, second and goal. And now whistles here and a flag down. Looked like someone got going a little early. Things made a little more difficult after the false start as they try again on second and goal. Jones operating from the gun. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
And when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Let's go. 30 base.
50 seconds, come on. Get him, get him, get him.
Speed trip,
And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Sterling Shepard, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Rosas good with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Jets offense ready to go in this battle in New York. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Kareem Martin up to make the tackle.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on second and 10. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Quincy Anoon with the intended receiver. And now it's third down.
27, Mike, 27. 65, 65. 65.
Now, ladies.
Watch 20. 47 to Mike, boy, 47.
The shotgun snap for Darnold. And he's got a Anoon one. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first. Darnold now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. First and 10. Darnold now to throw. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Robbie Anderson, the man he was looking for. And it's second down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Back to the air, Darnold on second down. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Marcus Golden, too much to handle that time, gets the sack.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, that allows your blitzers to get there.
Now Edwards to kick as he sends it away. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. The drive begins with a handoff to Gallman. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 9-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. On the ground, it's Gallman again. And he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this 3rd down. Jones now. From the gun, he'll throw. And complete over the middle. Safarian Jenkins. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity missed.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Jets will have a short field to work with as they take over 1st and 10.
55 to Mike. Check. 55 to Mike. Here we go.
Now a 1st down carry by Bell. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets 1st down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. After the penalty, it's Bell. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
They'll try and run for it with Bell. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Le'Veon Bell, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jets are able to close the gap just a bit. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The other New York offense getting ready for their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keeper lane?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot.
41 to Mike, 41 to Mike. Check 41. They can't hang with
Mike.
From the gun, Jones. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Michaelis Scarlett. But he's going to get this on down to the 13-yard line. He's had his interception woes early in his rookie season, but sometimes that happens. There are great examples of guys in the past that have had those same struggles early.
You are so correct. And what the team and organization is hoping, we're going to see these woes now, but later when we're helping him with his Hall of Fame speech, we'll remember his rookie year and how things began.
This is caught. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal. They need a touchdown, the 2-point conversion, and a field goal. Pretty good start to the drive, though.
Yeah, good start to the drive, but the urgency has to really be increased by both the players on the field and everyone on the sidelines. Got to make sure everyone is up and into this game.
Meanwhile, here's a shot for the end zone right away, but it's incomplete. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. So they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Aaron Ripkowski. His 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys are back within a single score. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion.
I got you.
Darnold from the gun. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Snags it for the pick.
Well, as most teams do in their 2-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you get a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case here, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The other New York offense getting ready for their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Hey, my 7.
57. Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy?
Go. Get it.
Now Jones going to throw again. His throw incomplete. The intended target, the tight end, Austin Safarian-Jenkins. But now it'll be 3rd down. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important 3rd down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. That's complete left side to Shepard. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That'll put him over 150 yards receiving now. Quite a ball game and a first down.
Ready?
So in jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. This is Gallman. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
3 bud.
5.
Hey, 4-1 Mike. 4-1 Mike.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home.
On 2nd and 9, Jones. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Here's Jones on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted the flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Darnold on 1st down. Crowder's got it over the middle. And he's going to get this from the 6 out to the 12. A pickup of 6 as they double their workspace.
It's a pickup of 6.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect.
47 Mike. 47 Mike. Mike, 47. Watch the curl. Watch the curl.
Hey, orbit.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Darnold. This is Anderson over the middle. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now it's Darnold. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. I want to go back to something you said in the first quarter about winning.
Is it a positive?
It is a positive.
Okay.
About winning the turnover battle. As a visiting team, as an underdog, you were right. They've done just that, and look where it's gotten them.
It's part of the formula. When you go on the road, as you mentioned, being an underdog, winning the turnover battle is a big key, and this one's playing out in this one.
Back to throw. This one caught by Crowder. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 16 yards, a first down.
Okay, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
Think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
Back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the veteran Antoine Bethea. And he will bring it back. It's a pick-6 and a Giants touchdown. Rosas to add the extra point. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead. So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken at the 3. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line.
The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Jets offense ready to go in this Battle of New York. Fresh off the pick-6, it's Darnold. And he finds a man with a crossing route. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for first and 10. Now it's Darnold. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. Now, we know this offense has the potential to strike quickly, and they just bit off 2 huge plays on back-to-back snaps.
So on the other side of the ball, you've got to go Band of Brothers thought process. No one left behind, no pointing fingers, no accusations, because if you don't, those quick strikes we just saw, they become long-lasting.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Darnold to throw again. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Throwing again is Darnold. And that will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He hit his first, this one from 40 yards out. And they're going to fake it. He wants to throw it here. And all the gamble fails. It's incomplete. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And the Giants are going to get the football back. The other New York offense getting ready for their next drive. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. Little clock management 101.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Giants, it's a rare victory for them as they get that record back to 3-7. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Jets, their season is on life support somewhat now at 3-6. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Washington. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Know what time it is, huh? Playing skills, you did, huh? Ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, pull on the wrist, watch how I whip, I'm in the whip, all on the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, pull on the wrist, watch how I flip, watch how I whip, I'm in the whip, all on the wrist, I never switch, ice in the wrist, I get the money but I never switch. They saying you switch if you won't get it. You know they came from the bottom and now we is lit. You was lit, I gotta get it, I gotta get it. You hating cause ice on the wrist, my bitch you wanna be famous, They act like they made us, You know I'm icy in Vegas, This for the that hate us, I make a lot of no money, When the not saving, You be liking my flavor, I think it's cause ice on the wrist, car on the wrist. Watch out, I never switch, I never switch, I never switch, I never switch. Ice in the wrist, ice in the wrist, ice in the wrist, ice in the wrist, ice in the
since I blew, they all on my hey, back then, didn't know I had it. Don't touch my cup, you know how I sip. Hey, got choked, long, say I made her when I showed out my whip. Hey, spent my 10 on my fit, ex-slick, then he with the back then, used to have the zip. Blow out his back, then dip. Got a whole party all on the ship. All these